Guys, this is Jackie from TechJackie.com. Welcome to another video on SEO. First of all, if you're brand new to this channel, make sure you press the subscribe button down below so whenever I release a new SEO video like this, you get notified. In this quick video presentations, I'm going to teach you how to get SEO clients or pretty much any agency client, if you're like, especially if you're a one-man army, like if you work on by yourself in 2023, right? So you will learn different ways I use and what to keep in mind on acquiring SEO clients. So here are some of the SEO results that I've been, able to get for some of my clients, showing that, I'm speaking from my own experience. For those of you who don't know who am I, my name is Jackie Owen, and I'm a founder of Tech Jackie, a small web design and SEO agency, or would you can also call it like a consultant because I work alone, like I work only like I'm one man army. SEO is my passion, and I do it all day, pretty much every day. My main specialty is in helping small to medium business owners increase their leads and sales online using advanced SEO strategies by ranking, driving traffic, and converting visitors to their website into revenue. All right, so that's enough about me. Let's get to what you actually need to know before getting clients. So, most of you who are watching this video are probably like just want to know where to get clients or how to really get clients, right? But the most important thing here is there are things that you need to know first before getting clients, right? And this works for SEO clients. This works for pretty much any type of clients in general or any type of business in general, right? So if you want to start your own business, if you want to be an agency owner or a consultant or a freelancer, whatever, here the some of the points that you really need to keep in mind before getting or before working with clients. First, you need to be really good at what you do, right? So no matter what you offer, whether it's SEO, web design, social media marketing, whatever, you need to be really good at what you do, right? Like whatever you're doing, you need to be able to get results, right? Because if you're not good at what you do, then why you're just taking on clients, right? Like why are you spending their money on things that that you're not really sure confident enough to get results, right? So first, if you're just starting out, so make sure you learn a lot, right? Try to implement things by yourself and see how you can be really good at what you do, right? And if you're new to SEO or you've been doing SEO for some times and you need a little bit of help in how to take your SEO knowledge to the next level, I have a free SEO audit checklist or the SEO templates to kind of help you pretty much get started, and things you need to keep in mind when you actually offer SEO to your clients. So you can go ahead and click the link in the description below for a free download. It's a free SEO audit checklist. So that will pretty much help you, know what you have to actually be doing when you take on any clients for SEO. And next, you need to have some successful case studies. So, if you've been doing this for a while, then, you should already be having some great case studies from, some successful clients. If you have got some great results, but don't have, um, you know, um, but you don't have like the case study yet, then I recommend maybe reach out to your clients, ask for the review, right? Ask for testimonials, take some screenshots and write up a small case studies on how you have helped this client get results, right? So you can make a an outline, like for example highlight what is the problems that the clients was facing, what was the approach that you took to get the results, and what is the end result that the client got from your service. Now if you're just starting out, obviously you're not going to have any case studies. In this case, I recommend you maybe try working for your relatives, right? Working for your friends, working for for the people who or just maybe try reaching out for to any people and offer your service and be honest, right? Be honest about your ability and tell them that you're just starting out, so you're willing to charge them on a lower fee. Or I don't really recommend working for free, or at least you can still work for free, but just make sure that you're not really paying off anything from your expense, right? So because like for example SEO, right, you have to be doing buying stuff as well, such as backlinks, etc., etc. So when you buy these type of stuff to help them get results, you can ask them, right, that you need to buy, let's say, backlinks. Then just send them the quotation for that instead, right? So instead of paying out of your own pocket, um, make them pay for a little bit here and there, right? And also maybe make a small agreement before the project that if you get them results, then they must maybe give you some testimonial or something like that. But you need to have some successful case studies, right? Because this will help you. This will make client acquisition process much easier. Third, you need to know what you're worth, right? Know what your worth mean here is, if you're just starting out, obviously you can't just go and charge client for like $1,000 per project because you're just starting out, right? So you should know where you stand right now at your current situations, right? If you've been doing it for, if you've been doing SEO for 3-4 years now, then yes, maybe charging $1,000 for clients is reasonable. So what I can give you here is just go to Google and look for what is the average cost of an SEO, right? An SEO freelance or SEO consultant, and then maybe come up with some pricing plan, right? And then try to understand how much you spend each month for each client, right? And then see what is the profit margin that you are ready to get from each client, and then set a price up for your own, based on where you stand right now. All right. Which and also next point is very important point is to always focus on the end goal, not intermediates, right? And that is what your clients truly want, right? So this is also a lot of what many beginners make a mistake when they try to get SEO clients is when they pitch their service, what they want to promise here is like you get good rankings or you get lots of traffic, etc., etc. But hardly any of them focus on what the client truly wants. Think about it, right? Like no, obviously clients want to get good rankings, want to get good traffic, but at the end of the day, the end goal that all of them want here is more leads, more sales, right? So when you pitch your service, you need to make sure that you speak to them from their angle. You need to pitch them on how much they're going to be earning, the revenue, the leads, the sales, right? All those, rather than just talking about the rankings and the traffic, right? Sure, SEO, like it would be very difficult to kind of give like an exact numbers of how much they're going to make from, let's say, ranking number one for XYZ keywords. But then what you can give here is maybe like a rough estimations, right? For example, maybe their main keyword has a search volume, let's say 1,000 searches per month. And if let's say they rank number one, then number one results get roughly about 30% of the clicks. So you can do a small math here, right? So 1,000 into 0.3, and then times that with the revenue, with the cost per lead, right? So let's say their cost per lead is I don't know, let's say $1,000, right? So let's say you could get one client for a roofing business is worth $1,000 to them, right? So in this way, you can pitch them, you can show to them that your service is valuable and how much they're going to be getting on an approximation basis, right? You don't really have to give them the full exact numbers, but when you talk about your service, make sure you talk from their angles, right? From what they truly need or what they truly want. Next point, if possible, niche down, right? So this is also one of the biggest regrets I have. When I wish I knew when I started out is niching down, right? Niching down basically means choosing one industry and then focus on it, right? Rather than trying to do SEO for every type of industries possible. All right. So if you're just starting out, then great. Pick an industry that you're interested in. Pick an industry that you have already worked with and got good results, and then focus on it, right? But also make sure that that industry has enough money to pay for SEO, right? Because not every industry is suitable for SEO. Like for instance, restaurants, right? Most of the restaurant business don't have a lot of SEO requirement. Most of the leads actually come from Google My Business. So if you are a Google My Business expert, then that's great. You can just focus on Google My Business. But let's say, for instance, a roofer or a plumbers, where there's a consistent demand of SEO, then those type of niche or industry are what you need to be focusing on, right? And especially if it's an industry that you have already worked with in the past and got good results, and you are also enjoying doing it, right? Rather than trying to be an SEO for every niche or every industry. For me personally, right now I'm trying to kind of niche down and figure out what is the best industry for me to work with. But when I started out, I didn't know about this, which makes actually scaling and streamlining all everything, the process and client acquisition, becomes much more difficult, right? Because if you niche down, if you just focus on one industry, then your overall process, your overall messaging, will become much easier, right? So let's say let's say you focus on a roofing business, then you got a good results, you create a case study on that business. Now you can use that case study for other roofing businesses, right? So when they see that the same people in the same industry of with us them also got results, then they are more willing to work with you, right? Because they know that you are a roofing business SEO expert, rather than let's say cleaning SEO expert, something like that, right? So if you're just starting out, great, niche down is the great options. But if otherwise, it's not really a requirement. Like I said, if possible, try to niche down. You can also work with other type of niches as well. Like you can say, you mainly work with a roofers, but you are also open up working with other type of industry as well, right? So I hope you get my point here. But when it comes to the overall process, when if possible, try to niche down, because it makes everything much easier. And then next point is, obviously you have to be consistent in your client acquisition effort, because nothing comes easy, right? Like, there are many ways, many channels, different ways you can get clients. But if you don't be consistent enough in trying each one of them, if you don't give enough time to each one of the channel, each one of the techniques to get clients, then you're just gonna say that it doesn't work, right? Which obviously, if nothing in life comes easy, everything takes time. So let's say you try email outreach and it doesn't work for you. It doesn't mean that email outreach is a bad approach to SEO. It just mostly means that you're not giving it enough time, right? Like you're not really like trying more ways or different ways with email outreach, right? Like I could just go ahead and give you the email outreach template, but if you don't stick enough with it, or if you don't really come up with your own spins or your own strategies, then it's not going to work, right? Like just to give you a quick just to give you an the point here is, every channel of acquisition works, period, right? Whether it's email outreach, whether it's social media outreach, or whatever, every type of method works, but you have to be consistent in your effort, right? And the last thing here is, trust is everything. All right. So in business, whether it's SEO or social media marketing, whatever, when you try to get clients, trust is everything, right? Like especially in SEO, where like anyone can just say his or she is an SEO expert, right? But you and I, we both know that most of the clients that we're going to be working with have already been had already been working with someone before, right? And they probably didn't get good results. So most of them are going to be skeptical about your performance. Most of them are going to be skeptical whether you can do it for them or not, right? So everything depends on trust. So before just go ahead and pitching your service, start building trust with them, right? Maybe giving them some free help first before selling them. Maybe showing them that showing them some case studies, something like that. Like that's why a case study is also very important. It helps build trust, right? It helps show to your clients that you can actually get results. All right. So don't just focus on selling first. The key is to focus on building trust first, and then sell the service later on. All right. Okay. So that's being said, let's take a look at some of the different channels I use to get SEO clients. So, I'm not gonna really go into details how to do everything, but because like I said, everything works at the end of the day. It just depends on you keep in mind all these points, right? Like as long as you have a successful case studies, you talk to the clients in their own message, in their own language, and you consistently you can build trust with your clients, then selling is just becomes much easier, right? At this point, it's just a matter of finding where to get your clients, which, to be honest, there are millions and billions of businesses out there waiting for you to help them, right? It's just a matter of who they will choose to work with. Okay, so here are some of the different channels I use to get SEO clients. First is brand building, so omni-channel approach. Basically, I try to focus on different areas. Like I have my own YouTube channel, the one you're watching it right now. I do get some SEO clients from my channel as well. I'm a little bit active on Facebook, so sometimes I provide value in Facebook groups. So I also do get clients from there. I also have my own website which I have ranked for some of the SEO terms. So there's also where I got my client as well. So building your own brand, right? Like consistently putting out your name there, and showing to the world that you are really good at what you do, that you can get results and you're providing value, is the ultimate long-term strategy that every SEOs should know how to implement, right? So it's just going to be the most important thing, right? So, and this is also what you should be consistently focusing on, is to build your own brand, right? Apart from that, I also do some cold email outreach. So just search for business, the niche, like let's say for example roofing in X cities, and then I would look, let's say, into their Google My Business, look into the websites, and then just take out the emails, right, and then send them a personalized cold email outreach, right? I don't really use any specific tool in this case, because I send very personalized email outreach. So I usually send not more than like 10 to 15 emails per day, and I don't send a lot of emails, but I focus a lot on personalization, and I focus on giving a lot of value in my email. And I'm not just sending any template type email, right? It's like I make sure I do a little bit of research into client's business before I also send them email. So my conversion rate is pretty good with email outreach, but I don't really like it a lot, because it's very hard to build trust from email outreach, right? And also very hard to sell as well. So but it's one of the channel I use, right? Like I said, here are different channels I use. That means I don't specifically focus on any one of them. I use all of them, right? That's the key as well. You don't want to just focus on one or two channel to get clients. You want to be focusing on many channel, different channels to get clients, right? That's the way to actually get SEO clients, or any type of clients in general. Third way where I got clients is through by ranking on websites. So I do rank for some of the SEO terms, right? So that's also where I got some of my clients as well. If you're starting out, then ranking your own website and also turning it into a case study is also a good thing, right? Because that also shows that you know what you do, right? You can create like a location pages, maybe focus on one area or suburbs, and then try to rank there, right? And then that's where you also can get SEO clients. Ranking your own website for SEO terms obviously gonna take time, right? It can take like 3 6 months or maybe a year to really rank and get clients from your own website. So maybe when you start out, you can just focus on things like cold email outreach first, or like social media outreach, because that's the fastest way you can get clients when starting out, while try to run your own website on the as like a side project, right? You can say. And then once you can rank your own website, when your website start ranking for SEO relevant keywords, then it's just gonna keep on, bringing you clients, right? Next here is be in places where there's already a demand. So what I mean here is, put yourself out there in the place where there's already some demand for your service. And in most cases, it's gonna be different freelancing platforms, right? So when I started out, as a freelancer. So I worked in, some of the freelancing platform, especially in my own country. And then over time, as I got more clients, then, I started building my reputation there. Then I got more reviews. Then my profile ranked higher. And then as I ranked higher, I got more clients, and this just keep on going and going, right? So, and even till this day, I still get clients from freelancing platform, right? So this is also one of the fastest way you can use to get SEO client when starting out as well. Try Upwork, try Fiverr, right? All these great freelancing platform where there's already a demand for your service, right? Like people who go to these platforms, they already want an SEO service, they already want web design, right? They already want social media marketing. They're just looking for someone to help them, right? So it's much easier to sell than by, let's say, cold email outreach or things like that. All right. You can also join your local communities directories or something like that. There's also where people might go and look for your service. All right. But freelancing platform is a great way to get SEO clients as well. Partner up with other people. I have partnered up with some of the people in other industries like web design or even SEOs, right? Other SEO who try to maybe do a little bit of white label service, right? So that's also one other ways I got a client as well. And also another way here is, I offer web design. Like I said, I offer both web design and SEO service. So initially, most of my client also came from web design, right? So you can start by offering web design as well. And because web design, you don't have to charge a lot, right? Like website, you can just charge like $150, $200, and clients are willing to pay for it, right? And once they pay for your web design and they see that you can make good websites, they're more now willing to ask for your SEO service as well. Because web design is easier to sell, to be honest, because you sell something that is tangible, that they can easily see results right away, right? So once you got their website built, it's done, they get their product, right? Whereas SEO takes time for them to see results. So maybe 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, they might see nothing, right? So the client will start being skeptical, like what you're doing, right? So maybe sell other type of service first before sell SEO can also help get you client as well. And engage in local communities, right? So try doing some offline promotions. Get involved in your local communities, engage with people, ask and see what help they need, right, with their business. Most of the people, they're looking for service, right? They Most of the people, to be honest, they don't really know what SEO is, but they know that their value when people actually search for. But let me put it this way: most people don't know about SEO, but they know that their clients are searching for them on Google, right? So they often come to me and ask, like, how do I get my website shown in Google, right? When people search for my business. And that's when I start introducing them to SEO, all right? So you never know unless you engage with them, all right? So don't forget to engage with your local communities. That's also one of the ways I got my SEO client as well. And yeah, that's all for it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below and try to answer them as soon as possible. And remember, it's not where you actually get your SEO clients, because you know the internet is free, right? You can get potentially thousands, if not billion, millions of clients every single month, but it just depends on all these points, right? And like I said, trust is everything. Unless you are able to build trust with your client, it will be very hard to sell your SEO service. All right. So that's all for it. If any questions, let me know and see you in the next video.